uh, mm, 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 mm. People. I'm not even sure where to start this one. I ain't never going to Home Depot in the morning again. I'm never doing it. I'm not even gonna tell you this is gonna be a short one. We might be here for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. You saw my thread this morning. I'm upset. I'm not upset, but I'm upset. Same time. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh my God. Ooh, I'm listening to, what is this? Mandolin Orange. I'm just trying to calm down. Oh my Lord. I know I said I was calm. I'm not. I went to Home Depot this morning. Oh, and I got, do I have, oh goodness. It's about to come out my mouth. It's about, I'm not even apologizing. I'm listening to my mandolin Orange like, wow, fine. It should have been good. It should have been easy, but too much money was coming in to ever end slavery. I gotta turn it off because they're gonna get me on copyright. Oh my God. Oh, I don't even know where to start. I've not even shared this nowhere. I haven't even shared it nowhere. I think I posted about 800 times this morning. 800 times. I had to put on a mask, people. I had to put, oh my goodness. I'm not even, oh goodness. Where was, let me restart the sheep. I gotta restart the sheep sound clip. Hold on, go back, take it back to the beginning. I am so done. Bad, I'm been bad all day. Who are the sheep? Who are the sheep? Cause I was walking around Home Depot this morning, looking at everybody like standing in line, doing the social distancing, got the mask on. And I'm just like, oh man, these sheep messed up. And I'm like sitting there with a mask on, standing in line, 6 foot paces, breathing my own CO2 and bacteria, just smelling that because I hadn't brushed my teeth yet. It was early this morning. Oh my goodness. All we're all sheep. I asked the question, it was a trick question. I asked, who the sheep are we? Bye, get it out. Bye, let's stop playing. I'm so upset. I'm ready to go. Ricky, I want out the car. Y'all remember Boys in the Hood? Let me out, though. This is my stop. So much. And in Pat room this morning, Brother Pat Riley sent me a clip of the new, the social tracing thing, the commercial. Oh my Lord. This is my stop. I tell you what, because I gotta share it. I've not even shared it. I'm upset. I'm so upset. I don't even know what to do. This is my stop. Let me out. And then the whole new, spent 2 months and look, it's showing promise. We got the vaccine. It's showing promise. I'm like, oh my God. I understand impasse now. I have a lot to talk about this morning. Hang on, let me share it out. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? Everybody doing good? I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I should not have gone out this morning. I should stay inside. I live in a nation full of such special people. Oh Lord. Hang on, let me share it out. Then I'm gonna try to just take this bag of snakes and just roll it out. Lay them out straight. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? I was trying to meditate, listen to Mandolin Orange, and calm down. Oh man. I understand empaths. I do understand empaths. Somebody asked me a question not too long ago. Said, Gerard, stick with us. There was somebody in my family, don't check out of society, stick with us. Don't check out. And I'm just like, I have to. I mean, I always have. I've never really been a part of anything. I mean, I tried to fit in different places. I never fit. I'm a wild horse. I have never fit in. I have never fit in. And this morning, it finally occurred to me why. I'm not supposed to. I realize I'm not. I got some crazy witch friends. They call themselves empaths. Let me tell you something. They not as crazy as I thought they were. They say, yeah, I'm an empath and I empathically feel things and I pick up on energy. I think I am too. I don't ever want to be around anybody. I live mostly like a hermit for the most part. I try to check out of society because I think I'm free. I believe I'm free. I'm not. I'm a sheep. But I think I pick up on that energy. You know what? And it's one thing to pick up on dark energy from like darkness, like it's evil. It's like, you know what? But that's unsustainable, evil, whatever you want to call it, yin yang. It's supposed to be that way. But when I'm around intelligent people supposed to have a clue, people live in a nation supposed to be free, think they're free, liberty and justice and democracy and all of that stuff, and they just cheering the back, getting points on the back. I can't do it. It's too much. I can take dark energy. I can empathically take in dark energy from dark energy, dark sources. I'm dark. I'm not gonna play with you. This is darkness. But then those folks who think that they're woke, they think that they're fighting the sheep. They think that they're free. Oh, I can't take in that energy. That's just, it's too much. I'm going to my rock. I'm gonna go to my rock. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? I hope you having a better day than me. No, I'm having a fantastic day. You know what? I got a few things I want to show you because I got to get off this bus. It's like when you're 7 and you know what your bus stop is and your bus stop is coming up. Hang on, I got a picture I got to show you. You know your bus is coming up, but you got like a substitute bus driver. You got a substitute bus driver. Is it? No, it's not that one. I got to show you that one too, but that's not it. Hang on. And you want to get off the bus, but you got a substitute bus driver and she don't know your stop. And you got to tell her, no, this is my stop. Stop. Stop, lady. Stop. This is my stop. I'm trying to get off this bus. I got to get off the bus. I got to show you something. Where is it? Right about here. I'm just so discombobulated. I don't know what to do. Right here. I got to put the bus up here. Here's the bus right here. And here's my stop. It's called Freedom. I got to put it on the front of the bus. Hold on. Because I think isn't that how this works? I don't do public transit because there's too many public people on the transiting. I'm just so sick. There's so much on my mind. Where is my text? I need the text where I can show you. This is my stop right here. Right here. Text comes up. I go to text and I put freedom. No, actually, no. I'm gonna say free dash dumb. There we go. Freedom. This is my stop right here. I got to get off. Lady, stop the bus. Stop the bus right here. Here goes my stop right here. Let me make sure to put on the sign because this is how public transit works. Because you look into how it works. You look at the front of the bus and it tells you what the stop is, the next stop or something. That's my stop. I'm gonna get off. Right here at Freedom. Hang on. It's almost there. I'm not going for the new normal. I'm not going for it. I'm not. Here, let me turn off the sheet real quick. Right, we already done. Everybody here. Did y'all invite everybody? Everybody's here. I might have to cuss today. I know this might be a Gerard cuss day. These days don't come that often. They don't come. I might have to because I don't, bullshizzle doesn't say what I need it to say sometimes. It doesn't have the effect that I need, that vibrational thing. I wish I could cuss like my friends. I can't. I just want to, ugh. I could when I was 7. I can't cuss too well now, but you couldn't cuss in front of my father. No. No, he'd take you out of this world. No, that man was a military man and a Christian. Nope, 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 nope. I might have to cuss today. All right, freedom. So we gotta talk about freedom. We gotta talk about the new normal, because where the van at? The new normal right here. See, I had to change the puppy bus. See the puppy bus? It's got free candy, it's got puppies, and it's got a new normal for you. I want to talk about the new normal. I gotta talk about new normal, because if you get on that bus, we ain't never gonna see you again. You get in that van, we ain't never gonna, nope, ain't nobody ever gonna see you. It's gonna be like that little kid who disappeared in the 80s. What's his name? Bobby? Mike? What's his name? The first kid that went on the back of the cartons. I asked y'all his name the other day. Nobody answered the question what his name was. Ain't nobody ever seen him again. It is 2020. Ain't nobody ever never see him again. He gone. He gone. He got it. There wasn't no candy in there. There wasn't no puppies in there, and there was no new normal he wanted. You know what? Because I have a lot of equestrian friends. I have a lot of friends with horses and ranches and stuff, and I try to follow their posts. And I think I know enough about a horse that when you get a wild horse, you gotta break it into a new normal. Because that horse is like, look, like right here. Because the horses used to run in. Here, go right here. Y'all see the horses back here? They're wild. They used to freedom. And they're I'm American. I'm free. I'm American. You can't, if you buy the country, if you buy the currency, if a bank steps in and buys you, you got to break them first, don't you? You got to break the horse and give it a new normal, don't you? Because you want to ride it. You want it to pull some sleds, your hoe or something, because you're lazy and you need it to dig up the soil. You got to give it a new normal. Why? Because the new buyer ain't buying. No, I ain't buying that horse from you. No, that thing is wild. That thing think it's free. That thing goes on social media and runs its mouth. It does not want to be chained and enslaved to debt and banks. It wants land to grow some food, to be left alone, live like a hermit, because it wants dark energy from everything else, everybody else. All right, I got about out 2% of it. I got about 2% out. Can you feel the emotion? Can you feel it? My feelings were hurt this morning. My feelings, I might cry. I might cuss and then cry. I might fuss, cuss, then cry. I might fuss, cuss, cry. I might fuss, cuss, cry. I might do all of that. I don't even know where to start. I'm gonna change the music in a minute. I'm not sure if I got enough of it out. I'm not sure, because you drink too much of that Jack Daniels and Indian food and ice cream. Speaking for a friend, it's too late at night. That vomit gonna come up in the middle of the night. You're gonna feel like you're gonna die. You don't know what I'm talking about. You're not supposed to. I don't think I told you, but that episode of Gerard. All right, I think I'm calm. I think I'm ready. Hopefully one of y'all can help me make some sense of all of this emotion and energy and all this stuff that's coming up at me. I should have never went to Home Depot. I shouldn't have gone. I usually apologize when I have post storms, when I flip out and I start just ranting and just like, and I delay the post because I don't show all the posts. I delay them. I do delay them. I do that. I didn't used to do that. I do that now. I used to, they just be like rapid fire. I used to just let them all every 2 seconds you had a whole new post. Today, no, I learned calm. My friends are teaching me. I'm a bit of a slow learner. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, and I'm 29, so it takes me a little while to get these tricks. But I learned you gotta be calm. I write it. I go work in the garden, digging in the mud and checking on my fungi, my microbiology, and working with the aquaponic system, and stop and look at the text again and make sure I spelled everything right. Make sure I go do something else, come back, look again, make sure I got my grammar mostly right, because it ain't never right. It's usually right-ish. And then I'll post it. All right, I'm calm. I'm all right. I think I'm calm. I think I'm ready. If anybody's new, they're just like, what in the hell are we doing here? I could be just all right, here we go. I might cuss. I don't know. Jesus, can I cuss today? Yes, you will. Am I allowed to cuss? Can I? Can I? 'Cause I don't think they understand what I'm saying if I don't cuss, and I feel like I might have to. Uh, one last thing. One last thing. I'm gonna say this one calm. So I was out in Home Depot this morning, getting my bat on, getting my bat, pretending that the air is bad and it's the 1600s with all the other silly people in my country, breathing in my CO2, my bacteria, feel my throat closing up, and I can smell the toxic stuff in the thing, and being apathetic to everybody with COPD and lung conditions and lung diseases who cannot wear no damn mask in public. So I was doing it. And I was there. It was gonna be in and out because I'm a man. We don't shop. I don't shop. Some maybe the new men shop. I'm an old man. Old men at 60, at 29, we don't shop. We in and out, in and out. I knew exactly what I wanted. There's a couple pieces of plastic, just a couple pieces of plastic, PVC I need. I need some connections, some adapters, some pipe, and I'm out. 5 minutes. I was there for 15 minutes. Breathing in my dirty mouth breath because I didn't brush my teeth. It was early in the morning because I got to go early because you can't get there late. You got to stand in line with everybody else at 6-foot paces. And I couldn't find the pieces. And so I'm looking around. I'm like, where the pieces at? This ain't the Home Depot I remember. Home Depot done changed. They're missing some plastic pieces. And I'm saying, where all the pieces at? I'm supposed to come in here. I know right what I'm doing. I go right to plumbing, my PVC, boom, 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 boom. Got my 1 inch to 1 1/4, got out, done. Couldn't find them. So I had to change my plan. I had to redesign in my head the aquaponics system because they didn't have the pieces. And I'm like, this ain't Home Depot. I've never been to Home Depot. They don't have no plastic pieces. And I stopped and I thought about the war with China. And I gotta tell you something. Just my 2 cents. If you turn over 80% of everything in your country and it's got a sticker on the back of it and it says "Made in China Dummy," okay? Because the dummy part is there, you can't see it. They wrote that part in invisible ink on the sticker. It says "Made in China Dummy," all the stickers. If 80% of everything in your damn house, your damn job, your damn Starbucks, and everywhere else you go says "Made in China" underneath it, dummy, you ain't having no war with China. All right? You ain't having no war with China. You ain't having no war with China because they literally own and create everything in your nation, and you're addicted to plastic, and we are addicted to plastic. Everything plastic is made in China. Ain't nobody warm with no China because Americans don't even know how to make PVC. Damn it, I don't even know what PVC stands for. We ain't making no PVC adapters for nothing. So now if the Home Depots don't even have the stuff that you need, I was thinking about this. So first of all, ain't nobody warning no China. Ain't no trade war with China. That's fake. That's a fake war. That's a fade war with China. That's number one. And number two, B to 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 B. All right? Federal Reserve came to mind. I'm sitting here thinking like, man, everything is business to business, right? B to B. They buy from this person, buy from that person, buy from that person, buy from that nation, go to that continent, buy from them, and they're all cronies, all the way down to some little poor dude in Africa or the Middle East or Latin America, Puerto Rico, somewhere like that, and he like making the stuff working in the factory. If everything in your nation is B to B to B to B to B to B, you cannot shut anything down because you're gonna die. All right? Everything that's made, that's put together, that's bought from somebody else, and their cousin, their friend, their brother, the friends with the Democrat, all the friends with the Republicans, all would come into the country and then sell to the crony. You can't shut that down. You can't shut it down. Slavery is always a choice. That's all the stuff that was on my mind this morning. No, actually, it's more. Slavery is always a choice. It's always a choice. It's always a choice. And we love slavery. We love slavery. I was standing there and just looking at everybody in their masks too. And I was a little upset. I was feeling a little emotional because some other people were more prepared than I were. They had the cowboy thing on, the handkerchiefs. Because they don't snot them in no more. They just put them over their face. And they had like faces and designs and patterns. And I had the medical thing on because I don't like to go out. Be an awesome slave, y'all. Who the sheep? I'm gonna go to my thread. I'm gonna see if anybody answered the question. Who the sheep? Who the sheep? I need to know who the sheep are. So somebody point to me where the sheep at. Where the sheep? Who the sheep? We the sheep. Every last bad. This whole YouTube thing. I got to get on this YouTube thing. If I can find the meme, somebody can send me a link for one. This whole, the Simpsons kid. And he's like looking at YouTube and he's saying, I'm a researcher. Does anybody got that meme handy? I kind of want, let me see if I can find it real quick. Because I need to talk about this too. Ooh, do I need to talk about this? Oh my goodness, I'm a researcher. I got to talk about it. I got to talk about it because I talked about it the other day, but I was thinking about it a little more this morning while I was standing there breathing in my own foul, funky, bacteria-laden coffee, milk from a cow because I can't stop drinking International Cream of Breath. I'm a researcher. Where is he at? I'm gonna find a link. We need to talk about it. Because you know how people say you're wasting your time on the internet? Oh, this is all we got. You have multiple forms of media, okay? And obviously the mainstream media can make you be afraid of the bad air like you're in the 1500s. Grown people who can read, write, know books, history teachers, lecturers, professors, everybody acting like we believe the billionaires own every damn thing on one media. Gonna make fun of the YouTube media. We gotta process this for a minute because it's not making sense to me. It's not making it. You got mainstream media and you got social media. All right, mainstream media is telling you social media is not a place that you can do some research, and they even spell research wrong if you saw the meme. Social media, mainstream media. All right, the only thing we got against these billionaires is the social part. That's all you got, and it's their media. It's still their media, but there's a little social aspect to it. I think this whole attacking social media and YouTube and all of this stuff, I think it all just comes from the same energy where it can get you to walk around in masks and have drive-by birthday parties. I gotta yell about that. I ain't done. I gotta tell you about this. Bullshizzle. I'm trying, Christ. I'm trying. Bullshizzle. Bullshit. We need alert for bullshizzle. I just found out about this. Apparently my friends have done it. My friends have done it. They've had drive-by birthday parties. Apparently, this is what happens. It's somebody's birthday party. Number one, this might just be because I'm jealous. It might be some jelly in this one because ain't nobody driving around my damn house honking no horn, yelling and screaming. I had a shutdown for the billionaire banker's birthday, breaking the horses because they need them to pull a heavier sled, so they need to buy the currency. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to read things. Okay, I ain't never had that, but apparently you drive around their house in circle, hitting horn, bah, bah, happy birthday, yelling out the window, yelling out. I need to see pictures, y'all. You know how the young people say, last time I got married last month, and they say, oh, it didn't happen if you don't show no pictures. All right, well, I need to see the picture. I need to see the picture. I need the video. I gotta see that. I gotta see it. I want to see people driving a circle around somebody's house with streamers yelling and screaming with their bad breath out the window, yelling, happy birthday, Bobby! Happy birthday, Lisa! We love you, girl, yeah! You know, blowing all that air out their window. And I think about that, and I remember how I used to go to slavery, and I would be like 8 cars behind Rico Suave, and all of that perfume, cologne stuff just coming out of his car, and I could breathe it 8 cars back going 30 miles an hour. And if I'm breathing in your cologne and perfume from multiple cars in front of me, and you yelling and screaming to Lisa happy birthday, and y'all driving in circles, you think there's any bit of viruses in that breath? I think it's viruses in that breath. So driving in a circle, yelling, I need somebody to report that. That's what I need. I need somebody to report unsafe activity in a neighborhood district. People driving in corner, yelling and screaming viruses out the window, but they're scared of viruses. They're in the car, scared of viruses, and they're yelling and screaming. What do they do with the mask on? Do they do with the mask on? Like, oh my God, I'm gonna go bury myself somewhere, y'all. Oh, y'all, this might be the last video. Oh my God, is this my stop? Oh, is this my stop? I don't want to do this no more. This is my stop. I don't even want to do it. No, no, mama, I don't want to go. You ever not want to go to school and your parents try to send you, I don't want to go, mama. I don't want to go to school. They ain't no education in how. Oh, that's the other thing I got to yell about. I might cuss today. It might come out of me today. I don't know. I don't pray for me. Just some things only come by prayer and fast. I might have to, because I don't. This education system. I was thinking about this, all this stuff I was thinking about this morning, which, by the way, I don't even think these are my thoughts. I don't think they are, because I was thinking about the tomatoes and their root systems and the mycorrhizae fungi, the endomycorrhizae fungi, not the exomycorrhizae fungi. And I think they done told me to tell y'all all this. It's crazy, but I don't know. I got witch friends of the empath too. So, and the consciousness and the oneness. So education, if you in a nation, you don't actually have any education. This came to my mind. You don't have any education. And maybe it was the fungi I was re-breathing in this morning in the Home Depot, and the fungi was going out my mouth with the coffee breath going back in my nose, hitting my brain, and it was fungi happening. They were telling me this. In the education system, you don't have education in the nation, because you don't. You can't. You cannot educate people in the nation, because you know what the long-term result of actually educating people is? When they actually get educated and they realize everything, and they see all the scams, and they realize they're not free, and they realize nobody give two damns about the Bill of Rights, your Constitution, your freedom, all the children are born slaves, pedophilia, the biggest pedophilia, your business going is the mass industrial complex, prison industrial complex. We throwing children in there en masse to the pedophiles, feed them while we're out here pretending we're fighting pedophiles. When you actually all started to put together, you realize that every nation's land is stolen. They robbed, killed, murdered, raped everybody in the land to get the land, stole the children, put them in school, educated. That when you finally educate someone, they can't be a citizen. They can't. They can't. I am a horrible, I think I'm a good American. I'm a horrible United States of Incorporated Ken. I'm a horrible one, because once you finally you start to see the matrix and see the code, and you realize when you get educated, you can't be a citizen. You literally cannot, because you realize that's a slave. That is a slave, and slavery is a choice. You don't have an education system, you have an indoctrination system. It's literally giving you a narrative to hate somebody else, to fight them. And we know that all violations are a violation, which leads me into my next point. And I know I'm not gonna hit them all, because it's more than what I can think of, and I ain't got that kind of time. The world coming to an end, so I can do the new normal. Oh God, it's just so much. I know I'm having a breakdown. I just might break down today. I might just break down today. It's just so much. It's like, so I was thinking about the Jews this morning. I was thinking about Israel. I was thinking about how most of my friends waging this war with the Jews in Israel. And I'm just sitting here thinking about the Holocaust. And I got friends in all the camps. Oh, it's horrible. It's so bad. And the other one's like, oh, it wasn't as bad as what they say in the different numbers. And I'm just like, why does it matter? Why does it matter if 1 million people were burned in an oven or one? Somebody tell me. Tell me the difference. Tell me if you the one. You the one. Tell me the difference, why it matters if it was 1 million or one. Somebody tell me the difference if you the one. All right? Gang rape. Tell me, why is gang rape any worse than rape? That somebody tell me, not the gang rape when you have multiple, but when I said that the wrong way. How is it any different if one woman is raped, or five at a party? Say you had a keg or whatever. Is it any worse if you one of the ones? If you the one, is it any worse? No, it isn't. Why? Because we're all connected. We're all one. We're all conscious. One violation against one of us is the most murderously criminal violation against 7 billion, if we're all one, if we're all connected. And this is why you don't have an education system. Because you don't care when it's somebody else. You don't care. You don't give two damns somebody else gets raped. You don't give two damns they drop in buildings with somebody else's body. You don't give two damns as long as you weren't the one walked in the oven. Waging that war. I guess I just see sheep everywhere, people. I see sheep everywhere. I might be having a breakdown. It's not possible. I laugh too much at this. I don't even want to be a part of your world. I hope your world burns. Let me show you. It boggles my mind. You know, say, well, Israel. Well, you go back and you live, your grandmother and your parents lived through a Holocaust where you were burned and thrown in ovens. Yeah, you might be a little pissed off. You might try to dominate the world after that. You might get some sympathy from central bankers that you buy America and force it to blow up other nations. You might do that. I see black people doing it all the time. You don't think that these African Americans wouldn't put you in slavery and chains and rape you and your kids and throw you in if you gave them half a chance? Hell yeah, they would. Same way Israel is. Why? Because the problem is the system. The problem is abuse. The problem is violence. We don't view one violation, one abuse against one person, a violation against 7 billion, which it always is. It always is. All right, I'm almost done. I'm gonna show you what pissed me off with Pat. Is this it right here? I don't know, brother Pat Riley. Woo, man, I tell you what, free the human race. You got to free humanity. This brother sent me this morning. All of this piled up this morning. It all piled up. It boggles my mind. Don't get on that van. It says new normal. I'm gonna tell you, you get in that van, ain't nobody ever gonna see you again. You know why? Because I was thinking about the Nazis this morning. Let me show you something. All of that was in my head. All of that was in my head. Let me see if I don't know if I can make this bigger. Hold on. Wait, no, pause. Don't start playing. Click play. Nope, that's not going to work. Oh, you know what I have to do? Let me stop. Let me go to the messenger. I haven't even looked at the comments yet. I know y'all commenting. I have not looked at it yet. Oh, let me go up here and go to messenger. I got to get this out. I got to get it out. It's too much. Get it all out, then I'm gonna look at comments. I'm just, oh goodness gracious. Woo! People like, don't ever go to Home Depot in the morning again. Don't do that. All of this, because I stay hidden. I think I got empathic energies and I don't even want to be around people no more. I don't want to be around people. And I've been that way for a long time. Don't check out on society. We want you with us. I can't be with y'all. I cannot be with y'all because everybody's sheep and they pick and choose who they're gonna abuse. All right, here we go right here. This is it right here. No. Hit pause. I need to start this at the beginning. Y'all need to see this. We need to watch this as a family. All right? Because war is always poor cousins fighting other poor cousins because they were born in a nation under other poor cousins, under the wealthy cousins, and the wealthy cousin decides they want to rob the other wealthy cousin, so they send the poor cousin to go rob the other poor cousins. And once you realize that, you realize why in the hell are we fighting? We got a problem with privilege, but we're fighting for the privileged cousins. I gotta show you this. Ooh, I'm gonna turn the volume up. You need to hear this. This is why I'm upset and why I'm ready to go.
Tool we have to minimize outbreaks and allow the community to safely operate until a vaccine arrives. Contact tracing is a proven solution that we can enable now, identifying people who have had potential COVID-19 contact and notifying them immediately. When you enable SafeTrace, your phone uses Bluetooth to track who you came in close proximity to without sacrificing privacy. If you come in close proximity to a person who later tests positive for COVID-19, you'll get a notification to self-isolate and get tested. If you test positive, anyone you've been in contact with recently will immediately be notified. Citizen will never reveal identities or sell your data. This encrypted information is only for the contact tracing system and will be deleted after 30 days. Combined with widespread testing, exposure notification will help curb the spread of COVID-19, preventing outbreaks and getting treatment to those who need it. Do your part. Enable SafeTrace on Citizen to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Against COVID-19. Your phone is the most powerful tool we have to minimize outbreaks and allow the community to safely operate until a vaccine arrives. Contact tracing is a proven solution that we can enable now, identifying people who have had potential COVID-19 contact and notifying them immediately. When you enable SafeTrace, your phone uses Bluetooth to track who you came in close proximity to without sacrificing privacy. If you
Now you understand in my morning. Are y'all empathizing with me? You see why I've made 800 posts this morning? You add all that together with Nazi technology with good music and a nice video showing you how you're protecting other people by turning on, the only reason the Nazis lost the war because they didn't have Americans as their people. That's the only reason. Ain't no difference between the Germans and the Nazis, except for the Germans, they were a little more defiant than the Americans. That's it. And this is why I'm ready to get off the bus. This is my stop. This is my stop. I'm ready to get off. Right here, mama, this is my stop. Now, mama. Mama, I don't want to go to school today. Nope. I think I'm sick. Oh, to the bus driver, I'm ready to get off the bus. This is y'all, because they gonna go for the new normal, y'all. They gonna go for that. They gonna run for it. And the other news we got you. They said the vaccine almost ready to go. They said it's pretty much ready to go. In 2 weeks, they didn't put together. 2 months, they didn't put together something they couldn't put together for the last 20 decades. A flu shot that actually works. But it's ready to go, and people gonna run for it. This is why I'm ready to get off the bus. I'm so ready. Doe, let me out the car, Doe. Let me out the car. New Jack, no, that wasn't New Jack City. That was Boys in the Hood. I'm ready to go. The Nazis wish they had us. Oh my God, they wish us. I think it was Donald Aloysius Trump that made the true quote. We have the envy of the world. Our citizens, our nation is the envy of the world. Yes, it is, because every single tyrannical government, because every single government's tyrannical, wish they done had them some Americans. Wish they done had them some Americans. All right, I'm done. I think I'm done. Was that all? Did I get it all out? I think I got it all. I think I got it. Most of it. I'm pulling the comments up now. I know. I had to get it out. This is my therapy, y'all. This is my therapy. It's the only way I can make it is being some sort of a social empath and energy social distance from people. I have the energy social distance. I can't be around people. I can't. I don't do good. I'm not gonna make it. I barely made it through Home Depot. Let me make sure I got it all. I know. I'm not trying to make this about me, but I've got to have my day. Let me have my day. This is my day today. I try to let everybody else talk. I watch all your messages, the things that you send me, and blah, 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 blah. But today, this is, I think, my day. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. So here you go. So anyway, Wildfire, Mandolin Orange. Great musicians with Pat Riley. Pat Riley has albums. Please proceed to his YouTube channel, buy his albums, and please turn on Wildfire later today. Mandolin Orange. A lot of truth in their music while I was trying to meditate and bring myself down, working with the fungi and the soil and the water. Too much money rolled in to end slavery. That's why they never ended. It never ended. They had no chance of ending. Ain't nobody been emancipated, proclamated, none of that. The whole world is about to be enslaved. Too much money is being made, and there's no way on this planet. If people will wear plastic gloves and biosuits and rebreathe their own funky breath to go stand in line in stores to buy from a communistic type of pretend to be capitalist government where you can only buy from 4 or 5 billionaires in the country that's about to be trillionaires. But the currency has no value. Slavery is always a choice. It is always a choice, and it never ends. They're making too much money. There's no way on this planet. As long as the poor cousins are fighting the other poor cousins, they ain't never gonna end it. So I got that one. I would take a quiz this morning. We had the quiz, and who are the sheep? I asked the question, who are the sheep? And of course, it's a trick question. Why? Because I'm asking it, and it's before 9 o'clock. It was a trick question. It's a herded narrative. Everybody always got to say, oh, I'm woke AF. I'm woke AF. They're sleep AF. If you know somebody that's sheep, if you know some sheep that ain't in the mirror, you have no idea who the sheep are. You the sheep. All right, root sheep. They thought you were a donut and they did glaze you. If you don't understand that hashtag, you thought I was a donut and you tried to glaze me, and I went to Dunkin' Donuts and I sat down on that machine. You took that glaze and put it right on my behind and glazed the hell out of me because yes, I'm a donut. You glazed me. I went right to Home Depot, wore my mask, went stood in the lines. I was patient, and yes, we're all sheep. All of us. If you are being herded, Make the bad noise, okay? You're being herded, make the bad noise. Stop pointing at other sheep. Bah! You're a sheep. Bah! Because if you got a side, if you think there are any sides in the system, you're the sheep. There are no sides in the system. It's all about ending the system, freeing the entire human race, or you got glazed like a donut. I got glazed like a donut. That was one of the things I learned this morning. The other one, let me see. The West is made in China. We did that. We're addicted to plastic. It's all manufactured in China. Ain't nobody warring with China. Ain't nobody trade warring. Ain't none of that. All right, that's just throw that away. Ain't nobody anti-China. China owned the damn nation. They made everything in your house. They made your car. They made your cell phone. They made your whatever you're watching me on. They made that too, and the television. Okay, they made all of that. Stop it. And they made the beef too. That's a big one. The beef farmers. You got the beef farmers. They're having to murder their cows, and the vegans are like, yay, they murder the cows. They're murdering the sheep's cows. That's a good idea. And it's like, well, you know, it's a living animal. But not only that, they're not ending the beef trade. It's gonna all come from China. I've had cattle farmers telling me this for the longest time. They're just bringing it from China, that's all. And now the beef, now the burgers, made in America burgers come from China too. All right, and they're eating whatever the Chinese want to feed them. That's what they eat. Okay, ain't nobody bad. Ain't nobody, all right. Ain't nobody fighting China. Did we do this one? We done with this one? Okay, this was the one. I'm a YouTube researcher. If somebody got the link, post the link so people see the meme. Yeah, listen, if the mainstream media is telling you there's something wrong with YouTube, there's something wrong with you. The mainstream media is telling you that social media is the problem, and that's the only media that got a little piece of some social in it. You the problem. Okay, you the problem. They literally they're herding you around like a sheep to go after people that platforms have slightly freer information. And they're shutting it down. That's the only problem they got with social, is the social part of their media, and it's their media too. But at least these individual people right here, the Jonathans and the Johns and Loris and Sandras and Enochs and Melissas, they got some of a voice out there. Crowdsourcing. Don't be stupid, all right? This is why I don't want to go out in public ever again. I'm find me a rock in a hole, and that's going to be the end of it. All right. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Want to know reality? Study history and read the law. That's how you don't have to worry about mainstream media, social media. All you got to do, if you want to know what's really going on in reality, study history, read the law. History always repeats itself, and they write the law so that it can always repeat itself. People don't read the laws. That's why they write in pig Latin. They know you'll watch the television. They know that you'll go to social media. Read the laws that will tell you what's going on. If you have not read a law in your life, if you haven't gotten down to the ixnay, oopsnay, latinsnay, you have no idea what's happening in your world. Your country was just bought, okay? You were bought, and they're breaking you with the new normal. They're getting you to get in that van, and they're gonna break you like a wild horse so they can get you to pull a plow around. Because somebody bought you, but they need you to be in the condition that's purchasable. Like a brand new car. You get that brand new car from China, they got to clean it. You can't have nothing in there that came from China. You got to clean it, vacuum it, get that new glue smell. You know they got a new carcinogen glue smell, and they'll hang it in there. It's called new car. And it smells like a carcinogen, so Americans will buy it. They got to hang it in the car, and they got to clean the car. Why? Because when you buy it, when you buy a nation or a currency, it's got to be cleaned up. That's history and law. All right, once again. Want to know who owns you and your children? Look at the bank ledgers. Once again, I point everybody to the YouTube channel, so shut up about the YouTube. His name is Best Evidence. Want to know banking? Listen to bankers. Want to know accounting? Listen to accountants. He will show you the Federal Reserve ledgers. I did the printout. I posted the link. So you can go look at the link. You see the money transferring from the Federal Reserve out to some unknown parties. They're moving it over into the account that's not even used for Americans. But besides the fact, you can ask yourself, why in the world would a Federal Reserve that just prints money for Americans have more than one account? Well, one account's for the Americans, the other account is not. Obviously, somebody's cashing out because they just sold you behind. All right? You worried about the cuckoo virus ruining my morning. I got to wear a mask and go to the damn store. All right. So I can get my plastic. Read the bank ledgers. That's how you know who owns you. And what else we got? Yeah, when you buy a horse, you got to break it. That's once again, when you buy a nation, you got to break it. You got to give it a new normal. The education system, we did that. Okay, there's no such thing as the education system. They just got to indoctrinate you, because if you actually educate the children, they're going to turn on the system. If you are a nation and you're educating children to history, how the country was made, once those kids figure it, once they understand it, they're not going to want to be citizens. They're going to burn your nation down. All right. They're going to understand that they're cousins and family with everybody around this planet. They're going to understand one violation is a violation against all, and they ain't going to have any interest in your wars, your oppression, your new laws, anything you want to do. They're going to fight your new normal from tooth to nail. Oh yeah, and this is my witch friends. I understand my empath witch friends. I understand y'all now. I do. I completely understand you. I get it. This morning I didn't understand. I kind of thought I understood. Now I really understand. I don't want to be a part of these people's energy. I understand energy social distancing. I understand that now, right? You want to social distance because you're taking in everybody's energy. And these are dark forces out here. These fight, it's a spiritual fight. Some of my best friends, my closest family, highly educated, they're just walking around with that dark energy. And I know they can do so much better. They're just walking around with that dark, evil energy, and they don't know it. They don't know it's within them. They need some exorcisms. We need that. That's what we need. I don't know how that's going to work, but we need exorcisms. Because I can't take in your energy. That's why. That's what she asked me. She was like, why you want to check out society? Why don't you want to be a part of us? Because y'all stink. Y'all smell like my breath at Home Depot in the morning inside of a medical mask. No. I don't want that negative energy in me. I don't want that dark energy. There's a Nazi energy. You know how they say there's a Christ consciousness? There's like a Nazi consciousness. And it's not a German thing, and it's not a Nazi thing. Because whatever it is now it's in America, and it might be in your country too. But it's just this embracing of darkness and evil and cheering for it like it's a good idea. So let me see. Now I understand my empathic friends. I apologize to all of y'all because now I feel like I'm taking in that energy. Yeah, and here we go. I think this might be the last one. Is this the last one? 3 hours ago. This might have been the last one. I had so much. This is about me today. I know. It's about me at this moment in time. I try to make it about everybody else, but I done had me a bad morning wearing that damn mask. We're just such a broken people. Our ancestors are just rolling over in their graves. Right now, it's an old dead Irish dude. It's an old dead Cherokee. It's an old dead African. It's an old dead British dude that's just rolling over in their grave because they saw me at Home Depot this morning. Oh, it's another, the boat stopped somewhere else. I forgot where this stopped. It stopped because my sister got the 23andMe thing, the DNA check where you give the billionaires your DNA so they can figure out who they want to come and take and disappear next and hook them up to a vampire machine so they can get your young stem cells because you got the right DNA. That one, she did one of them things. It was weird. It was down there where they find them Komodo dragons. It's one of them little islands. It's like one of the slavery boats got lost or something and they just stopped. I don't know. They want some chicken or something, some dodo birds. They stopped by and they picked somebody up, one of my ancestors, but they're all rolling over in their grave. But if it's one abuse, man, it's everybody. And if we ever figure that out, we ever act like that, we won't be citizens. We understand what a citizen is. We understand that in order to be a human, you actually can't be a citizen. In order to be free, citizens can't exist. In order for freedom, you can't have nations. You have to be free, wild horses. Wild horses. Handling orange. All right, I don't want to hear nothing more about Jewish and Holocaust and it wasn't as bad as what they say and the Jews in Israel. Listen, Israel is doing what they're supposed to do. Them Zionists, they're doing what they're coming back with multi-generational, transgenerational Nazi energy, and now we got it. Now I see it. I get it. These black people will whoop you just like the Zionists will whoop you, like China gonna whoop you, like the Russians will whoop you, like the Americans getting whooped right now. You either fighting the system or you are wasting everybody's time. You are a sheep and you are bought into a narrative. And that's just real talk. I'm not here to lie to you. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I see it. What is this? Why do I check out a society at every chance I get? This isn't a society, right? This isn't a society. It's a black comedy. This is an oppression, abusive black comedy. No thanks. I'm not interested. I'm a hermit. Where's my hermit? I had me a hermit this morning. Where my hermit at? Hang on. I like visuals, man. I like me some visuals. I know I didn't read one damn comment this morning. I know I'm upset. I didn't cuss. This game might be coming though. It's bubbling. I'm like this dude right there with some titties. This is me right here. I'm gonna be him. So I'm gonna be him. I just gonna go find me a little cave somewhere. Go find me, find me a cave and some rice. My Side of the Mountain. That was one of my favorite books as a child. Right, here you go. There's another one. I was pissed off about. Was this this morning? This morning also. All the lines I was having wearing a damn mask. Every penny that they're spending on this damn cuckoo virus, all the apps and software and technology and all this stuff, they need to spend too on all the other profitable diseases we know that they have made in labs. All right, all the whistleblowers have told them if there's an F, a B, or an I anywhere out there in the FBI, they're out there finding out what's going on right now. HIV/AIDS was one of them. There was a whole bunch of them. That was just one. What is the other one with the ticks? That's another one. I'm not interested in the little pandemics. I'm interested in the big pandemics, not the pandemics, the big pandemics. The flu, every flu season is a pandemic by definition, but it's low on the charts. There are a lot of higher ones that we need to have investigations done, and we need some people put in prison. Is Fauci still on television or is he on trial? That's what I want to know. You tell me he's on trial, I'll turn on that damn television. Until then, ain't nothing on that television. At least it's some social media. I got Beaufonts, oh Lord, with Okras and memes and Hunters and Lori's and Enochs and Christines and Sandra's. And as long as I got some social and Lori's right there, I'll be on social media. I ain't going nowhere near your brainwashed mainstream media. I'm brainwashed. I'm brainwashed with everybody else. But I realize that they brainwash more, that they got power washes in the mainstream media. My brain is just washed with a rag and a washboard. It's not being power washed every morning. Yes, Lyme disease. Thank you, Lori. There's a whole bunch of them to look into. All right, let me see. Now we got that out the way. I don't know what it's called, but I know the Nazis had a form of contact tracing. I know they did. I don't know what it's called. I forgot. I remember in history, if somehow you turn your neighbors in. Now they're using you to turn your neighbors in just by hitting the switch on the phone en masse. Right? The Nazis wish they had you. Wish that they had you. They'd have won the war. Labels change. History repeats. All they do is change the labels. That's all they do. You're either fighting the system or you're wasting time. I'm so sick of playing 17th century bad air in the 21st century with people who cannot read. They can read. They just don't want to. They don't want to. Oh yeah, well y'all just go on and pick a winner yet. Go ahead and pick a winner. Somebody won. I don't know who won. It's probably the guy in the radiation suit in aisle 7. Somebody won this stupid game. Go ahead and pick a winner so we can get on with something decent in the world. Raising an arm. Oh no, army. I put arm. This one I couldn't even. I did. You know what? And this is the first spelling grammar check mess up I did that I found this morning. But anyway, raising an army. Oh yes. Ooh yes. World War III. That's right. Raising an army. Like the excuse for war is easy. After you've broken your subjects' ability to provide for themselves. You understand what I'm saying there? Raising an army is easy if you don't have no food. Raising an army is easy if you don't have no water. Raising an army is easy if you can't go to Home Depot and get the supplies you need because B all broke down and ain't nothing there for you. You got children at home, you got a husband at home, wife at home, you will pick up a gun and go do whatever these kings and lords said to you. From the very beginning, kings and lords would starve out their populations to get them to go fight a war. And I don't know if World War III is on the cusp, but I do know this, is they got 300 million soldiers that's ready to go fight. Because all you got to do is starve these nations and these people will sign up. So it's easy to raise an army. All you got to do is break your people. Once again, you get on that new normal bus, ain't nobody ever going to see you again because they're going to send you to Syria, Iraq, Iran, Russia, whoever they want to invade to reduce the population and steal some of their land or whatever they got, and they're going to get everybody killed. Wars have always been the poorest cousins murdering each other, yeah, because they were born underneath the wealthy cousins, and people can't seem to figure that out. They're still cheering for war like it's a good idea because they can't empathize with the people on the other side of the bomb. The driving around birthday parties, being touched that, I don't touch it. If I see you in my neighborhood, I'm turning on my sprinkler. I'm done. That's it. All right. I'm done. That's all I got to say. All right. Whew. What a morning. What a morning. I just need to go find me a tree somewhere, like my side of the mountain. Carve out a hole in the side of it, get me a hawk, go get me some mice every now and then so I can make some mice stew. That's it. This is my stop. I need to get off the bus. Let me get that hermit off of there, and I'll bring my bus back, and we're just gonna look at comments. There you go. I was gonna do him. I ain't gonna do him this morning because I'm tired. I'm tired. And I did that. I did well, and I didn't cuss. I'm tired. I'm tired. Because to be on everybody's team, you gotta have bullshizzle. And slavery is always a choice. Change my mind. Slavery's always been a choice. It's a choice now, it's a choice yesterday, a choice tomorrow, a choice next week. It was a choice back then. You have to choose who you will be. You're either gonna go along with it or you're not. I don't have the go along energy. I do not have go along to get along energy. I don't have go along to get along energy. I don't care nothing about your new normal. Go ahead and throw me off the bus. Where's my bus at? My bus up here, then we're gonna read comments. I'm losing my voice already. It was a whole lot. Nope, that's the hermit. Nope, that's not it. Where the bus at? Where's the bus? No. Where the bus? No. I'm so upset I can't even find the bus. But I'm not too upset. I'm not like upset. I really don't get upset. This is ridiculous to me. It's just, we're capable of so much more. All right, we've seen the bus. I'm not gonna show the bus. I'm gonna read. Look at it, my nose is itchy. And that's all that bacteria, it's all that milk, international carnation creamer that's in my nose. It's itchy. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna sue. I'm gonna sue. If I die, y'all need to sue my government. Y'all need to sue them for dying from fungi, lung poisoning in the brain from wearing these little ridiculous masks. Ah, it's itchy. All right. Ooh, easier said than done. Hey, aren't you a hermit? I mostly am Patricia Hauser. I don't engage. I've only gone out 3 times, like out in the public spaces where the public is. I'm outside all day long, but I only go like where people are on very rare occasion. I love people mostly on social media because the smartest people I know are right here. This is like my family. I come here to keep me sane. These are the only people that keep me from jumping off a bridge and going to the next dimension. I'm not crazy at all. I'm not, oh, but you gotta say this. I'm not suicidal. I'm not suicidal. I'm happy in life. I did not suicide myself. I will never do that. But these people keep the thought out my head because these people are sane. But there's no reason to go anywhere locally because it's not, very few people locally understand what's going on. So I come to social media. It's the only way I tolerate slavery. It's the only way I tolerate this nonsense. There are other people who read too. There's other people who go to YouTube to research too because they realize ain't no research in the mainstream media. They might get only this much research in YouTube, but it'll send them down the right rabbit hole to the right law, to the right bank ledger to find out what's actually happening in the world because it's the only place you got some social. Unguided social or limited guided social. Ooh, good morning, Sandra. Greetings, peace and love, light to all. Yes, Sandra, all light to all, and that's why I might be an energy empath. I can't take in dark energy. That's why I stick to myself most times. I can't see others' comments. Oh, you can't, Sandra. I think you jumped to Facebook, didn't you? All right. The part of our DNA or RNA they have been hell bent to to alter and destroy. Ooh, I see Sandra's comments on my own. Yeah, Brenda, they shouldn't have that power. I won't say that I know exactly where you're going, but nobody should have your DNA. Nobody should know how to modify your DNA. None of that should be closed source. None of that should be done secretly in the dark. It's like this whole, we got to fight pedophilia in the dark. Nobody fights pedophilia in the dark. That's where they abuse children. Nobody's helping you with medical technology that have the ability to alter your DNA, and they're not sharing that information with you open source. You know what I'm saying? So I totally agree with you. I am abyss pile. That's how sick of being around violent liars and thieves I am. I'm with you too. I'm not sure what the abyss was that pulled. No, pill. Abyss pill. I'm sick, Sandra. I'm just tired. That's what the energy you feeling from me this morning. I'm tired. I'm happy. I'm happy, but I'm tired. The only reason I'm happy, Sandra, Brenda, is I know I ain't dying. That's the only reason I'm happy, but It's just weird to be alive during the first gaslit generation that is so clueless as to liberty and freedom and what's actually happening in their world. And it has to be brainwashing. It has to be a brainwashing signal that's coming through that television. I could avoid masks still. For how long? I could avoid masks still for how long? Well, Christine, here I tried to avoid them best that I could, but when you go in public, you actually have to, which is why I empathize with like people who have like mental challenges that can't put them on, you know, people where, like, because there's like those closed space type things and people with COPD and lung conditions, interstitial lung disease and these things. And my father had that. But these people have these conditions, they cannot wear masks. You literally put their lives at risk by forcing them to wear a mask. It's crazy. I'm so sick of it. I don't even know what to do. Gregorian chants helped me today. Only Page. Yeah, Melissa, Gregorian chants, Pat Riley, Mandarin Orange, anything that'll kind of get you in a positive, balanced, meditative state. Otherwise, you'll go crazy. Oh, you put it on your page? Thank you. That's why one has to cleanse themselves from these energies with float soaking and salt water. That helps. Or float soaking. Is that what you mean? Float, sit in salt water bath, Christine? Yeah, all right. Yeah, I guess I'd do it for some. For me, it's usually getting out in the sun too. I don't have much hair on top of my head, Christine. Somewhere around the age of 25, the hair decided to meet. They didn't like my face, and so the hairline was like, "We getting the hell out of here!" They started running to the back of my neck. So I don't have anything stopping solar energy from doing what it needs to up there. I can take in my vitamin D3 through my cranium. So I just like getting out in the sun. That makes me happy alone. I just get out in that sun. Is that food soaking? Okay, I don't know what food soaking is. Give me something where I can look into and see what food soaking is. I give it a shot. People have to do their own shadow work. Ooh, Keisha, tell me what that is. Well, how can one do their own shadow work? Is that going back to the mirror comment? For me, Keisha, every problem I have is in my mirror. I'm not fighting nobody. I need to fight the sheep in the mirror. That's what I need to do. Fight the sheep in the mirror, the sheep in bad less on a daily basis. Is that what you mean by stopping that shadow work in your mirror? Look in your own mirror, find your own darkness. That's the only time you'll be effective with it, if that's what you're saying. I agree with it. It makes perfectly good sense to me. Coffee breath may be deadly. Beaufort, I guarantee you it was beyond deadly. That's why I wanted to get out that store, because I was breathing in my own nasty oxygen. Carbon dioxide, I mean. And I'm sure I was causing climate change for as long as I was in that damn store. It's our duty as citizens of the United States. When our freedoms are under attack, we must protect them. We must fight for rights or freedoms and liberties and happiness. Exactly, Daniel. And this is the problem, is that to be a good American, you have to be a horrible United States Incorporated citizen. And I don't think people see what you're saying. I totally see what you're saying. That's why I come here. And it's just like, no, guys, that flag don't stand for what you think it does. I know you think I know you want to stand for something. Like, this is what you want it to be, and then what it actually is. Is what you think you tell your government to do, but it's what they actually do because they're owned by somebody else and they just got sold to somebody else. And so now we're being broken into this new normal, thinking it's puppies and kitties and candy in that truck. And ain't nothing in that van. You get in that van, you keep cheering that whole patriotism is letting psychopathic central banking billionaires own your nation. Ain't nobody ever gonna see you again. Absolutely, totally agree. Totally agree. People are educated just enough to believe what they are told, but not enough to question what they are being told. Exactly, Patty. And who said that? Well, I like it best when George Carlin said it. I got this in front of my face, so now I can read it. And now, effing Mercury decides to go back into retrograde. What does that mean? Who said that? Enoch, what does that mean? My friends post about it all the time. Bad things, crazy things happen when the retrograde comes from Mercury or something like that. Your liberties and freedoms have nothing to do with being a citizen of any nation. The concept contrived is an oxymoron. Beaufort, which is blowing it up. Blowing it up. You know, you don't have freedom in citizens. Citizens literally are owned by government. They're told what to do. They're ushered around. You cannot have freedom in government. The two can't exist. But for right now, I think we have to have one because we got too many psychopathic people running around with the warrior genes turned on because we've been abusing people for so many thousands of years. But we need one whose plan is to get rid of itself. We need one whose plan is to share the resources out and take care of people and print these homes for them and give them the things that they need so that they will be free, so they won't go do abusive things. Kind people do kind things. People with the resources that they need, they do things like people with abundance. But there is no such thing as a free citizen. They vaccinated those wild horses to curb. Ooh, Sandra, you telling me something? Did they? They can curb their behavior with a vaccine? That's interesting. You taking that analogy to the bottom of the depths of the ocean. Where the rest of us gonna go when Christ come back here and mine for that limestone to get our millstone necklaces and toss us in the ocean for what we've done to children all over this planet under a banner of democracy and freedom and God we trust. And then we decide to bomb children every day. Nazis used kids to snitch. Did they, Tracer? See, this is interesting because so do gangs. So do the Bloods and Crips. So does government. So the kids were the apps of the Nazis. Makes perfect. That was their tracing app. Same thing, different label. Same thing, different label. Man, I've tried recalling the name of that book for decades now. A True Story. And I believe a co-author. Thanks, G. Enoch, you always got good stuff out there. You obviously read a lot. Good morning, Sarah. Let me see. More Jellins. Ooh, yes, Patty Huff. If we gave half a damn, somebody would be investigating Morgellons, right? They've convinced everybody it's on YouTube, so it's fake. Patty, my mind does not work that way. My mind tells me if you got thousands of people, if not millions of people, and you got scientists and they're seeing them things moving around, we need somebody to investigate that. Because even just like the idea, even if it's not real, and you leave it as real in the public domain, you don't prove it one way or another, people can manifest any type of condition and anything that they need to, which is why I don't believe it. I believe any conspiracy theory that government won't address. If they don't address it, to me, then I think it's true. It's a business plan, especially if somebody's making money. Then I guarantee it's happening. Dumb people everywhere. Idiocracy. Tony, and aren't we living in idiocracy right now? It's just the Costco isn't as big yet, and the guy in the front ain't saying I love you, but we are definitely in idiocracy right now. No question about that. Okay, getting lost in my chance for a while. Melissa, okay, you got to get your chance. Everybody's got to find their escape. Everybody's got to find their sustainable to not fall into the fear. Human tragedy, it is a human tragedy, Christine, all over this planet. F the evils, they poison us with not going down here. Yeah, they poison us, Enoch, certainly through our minds. They've definitely poisoned us. Our greatest fail is our intellect. The ability to critically think and to check different sources and not care about the source. The good is the enemy of the best. Father Joseph Martin. The good is the enemy of the best. Ooh, Jackie McMillan. Go on to the bottom of the ocean with that one. The good is the enemy of the best. And who is the best in psychopathic world where the most powerful people, the ones who kill the most, rape the most, abuse the most, the sneakiest ones, the best liar, all succeed. In a place where crime pays, on a planet where cronyism is the default and abuse is the tool, the good are always the best of the enemy of the best. Absolutely. I totally agree with you, Jackie. Looking for the short bus. Yes, Lori, put me on the short bus any day. Any day. The long bus is where people, they're not gonna make it on the long bus. I'm fine to be insane in insane time because that actually means you might have some sanity. People need to get busy doing real work, internal, introspective work. They do, Sandra. They need to spend time on social media, find out their world is not what they think, avoid the mainstream media, and then do that inside work. Not get out in the street and find somebody to fight. If you're out in the street and you fighting somebody, you are a sheep. You are a core sheep. Maybe being a sheep, Sandra, is a spectrum. And all we're trying to do is get away from that spectrum, but we all bad. But I think if you're out there in that street and you found somebody else that's the problem and you don't think you're part of the problem, that's how I know that you are the problem. Lori says, you say you love my life, Lori? Oh, you ain't lived my life. No, you don't. No, you don't. Lori, the reason why I can laugh through the pain, I can laugh through the nonsense is I done been a place or two. I don't think you love my life. No, I done been places. I done seen things and I've done things I would never have to want to do again. But that's okay. Those are things I'm supposed to do. All my pain has made me who I am. I'm glad I've gone through everything I have. Me too. Why live where there is no love? Lori, on that one, once again, and I think you're talking to somebody else, but I'm kind of addressing it from a commentary perspective that is applying to what we're thinking about here and not what was said 20 minutes ago, that you was probably talking to somebody else. Why live where there is no love? The only reason I'm still here, Lori, the only reason I haven't totally checked out is kids. It's the only reason. I have an obligation to every child on this planet. I have an obligation to every child in this country. And I could go hide in another country, but what kind of a sucker, punk, coward would I be if living in a time where we actually could make a difference? A time that probably will never come again. We will never have another time to probably undo what enslaves the human race ever again. Now, for me, is definitely not a time to run. Now is a time to fight, but not fighting. When people say fight, they're talking about taking up guns and violence. Now, I don't think that's the kind of fight we need to do. Right now, the fight, contrary to popular opinion, is in social media. Ain't nowhere else. You're not fighting nowhere else. You ain't fighting in public. They gonna shoot you dead, kill you dead. They got hollow point bullets and all the acronym agencies and all the prisons and all the gaslit, indoctrinated people that'll turn you in and the police to come get you. That's not where the fight is. The fight right now is in social media. It's always been, Alex Jones had it right. It's always been an information war. It's always been an information and intellectual critical thought war. Get the information to the people, media is the way. How do I know? Because the mainstream media has people going after the social media people. Media is the only power, and the billionaires and trillionaires know that, and that's why they got these people pointing at YouTube, because the media is the only powerful place you're gonna interact with thousands, if not millions, of people. That's the only place where you can change their narrative, and so they're doing the best they can to take the social part out of social media, unless it's bunnies, kittens, cats, and some okra. They need it to be about gaslit topics. They don't want it to be about freedom topics. And so the billionaires are going to lock everything down once they take the social out of social media. But right now, you have the ability to affect thousands, if not millions, of people that you will never get in public. And billionaires and trillionaires don't want you to have that. And so that's why they got the people out there chasing people on social media. They keep high on the spectrum. Let your light so shine before men. That's all you can do, Lori. Let your light shine. Absolutely. Time to dissolve in meditation if everything is lost. That's all. Yeah, Christine. And I was meditating this morning with fungi. I'm about to get out of here. Mycorrhizae fungi. We're out there in the garden meditating together, Christine. And I would love to tell you the power of mushrooms, but half the people here think I was crazy as hell. There's something about the garden, and I know that you know that too. Everything's all connected. We're all the same energy. We're being driven by a lot more things than we understand. A virus gave the aphid wings, and we get a lot of things from viruses, bacteria, fungi, just being in and around nature. We like to pretend we're driving, but I think a lot of other things drive us. COVID-19 sniffing dogs. I'm sure Betty and people would cheer for. I'm sorry, I saw that, Betty. You're the one that sent that to me. Yeah, somebody said something about they got dogs that can sniff COVID-19. Now, first of all, I believe that dogs can sniff out disease in human beings. I believe that they can. But this idea that it's a bad idea to have viruses, the yearly viruses, it blows my mind. Blows my mind. That's how I know Nazi is an energy. It's a consciousness, and it's been handed over to the people in most of these countries. Prepare yourself before you enter negative environments. You have to, Sandra. I tried to prepare myself mentally. I tried to get in the right space. But the minute I put that mask on and I held my breath, I walked through, like I got down to the aisle I needed to, then I started rebreathing my own breath. All that preparation failed. It failed, and the first post started coming to mind. I was cussing in my mind, Sandra, which is why it doesn't matter whether I cuss out open or not. You think he's some kind of a saint? He don't cuss in public? Oh, I cuss. It just don't come out my mouth. I had a grandmother say, you know what? Everything that comes up ain't supposed to come out. It all comes up. It's like vomit. It's like vomit when you drink Jack Daniels and Indian food and ice cream all within like 20 minutes and then go to sleep. It's coming up, but it doesn't have to come out. You can choke it back down, which is another story I'm not even going to tell you about. My granny pinned a cotton ball with oil of eucalyptus to her clothes during the cold and flu season. Every year lived to be 92 and never got sick. Tried to get me to do it, but I was young and didn't like the smell. Bought something yesterday. It's my new perfume. All right, Belinda. Well, the people knew back then. They knew how to take care of things. The way I like to say that, Belinda, is the longest running human trial study. Medical trial, what do they call it? Medical human trial study was done by the hippies and the shaman, the medicine men and the medicine women going back to the beginning of time. They handed us down things that worked. And we threw it out because Bill Gates told us something different. Lori, it is not as great. That word gross does not encompass what happened to me that night. I mean, a friend. Does not encompass it. Oh, it's worse than that. Oh my gosh, I thought I was going to die that night. That stuff came up mixed together. I can tell you this. I would never eat Indian food, Jack Daniels, and ice cream at the same. Never. I thought I was going to die. Anyway, Sarah, good morning. Good morning, Susan. Let me see. When we get separated from nature, we're separated from ourselves. And this is a very true thing, Susan. We're never separated from nature. We're just dying. That's the reality. We're never separated from nature, Susan. I got friends that are like the steriles. I call them the steriles or the Harkonnens. They think that they're not really a part of nature. They got everything just clean and pristine and Purell on everything, everywhere. They think they're clean. You are part of nature. The further you are separated from the bacteria, all you're doing is dying. The further you're separated from your viruses and the fungi, the things that your body need, you're just slowly waiting your own death. You're poisoning yourself. It's just how the ecosystem works. But of course, we learned these things, Susan, in third grade biology, and people forgot when they became 57. Good morning, Kristen. Let me see. Natives say horses were here before Columbus. I don't know. Rebecca, that's a good question. They were. They beat Columbus. Columbus got here. When did he lie? And he said he got here first in 1492, which was a lie. The first horses got here from the Spanish. Right? This is why I don't play, and it feeds right in with today's thought, Rebecca, which is you don't ever have an education system in the nation. The nation it indoctrinates you to be apathetic. If you ever get educated and understand there's always groups turning on each other, robbing, stealing, killing, and raping each other. And if you got a little bit of sentience and a true education, you can't be a citizen. You don't want to be a part of a nation because you understand all they do is murder people. The first horses got here from the Spanish. There weren't horses here. Well, that's a lie too, Rebecca. And Susan about to check me on that. She going to post Younger Dryas. We both follow Graham Hancock. So you had the Younger Dryas period. Before that, you had all the large North American mammals. They all died when that big massive asteroid hit off the coast and it murdered the woolly rhino and the big sloths and all that and the horses. So the next time the horses were here, it's because the Spanish brought them. They took them to Latin America. They tricked the Spanish people to go there to kill their cousins and the Aztecs and the Mayans. They got down there and they traded the horses for them to turn on their other poor cousins that were there for the wealthy cousins back in Spain and some of the wealthy cousins at the top of the Mayas and the Aztecs. And so that's when the horses first got here. They made it as far north as the Comanche. The Comanche decided, like everybody else does, we got technology slightly better than what the neighbor has. The best idea, Rebecca, is to take that technology and murder our neighbors with it. That's what the Africans did with the guns. That's what the Huns did with the bow and arrow and the horses. And that's what British did with the fireworks they got from China. We have a technology that we can murder our neighbors with it, so we're going to murder our cousins next door. And so the Comanches took over most of North America and brought the horses up north. That's my understanding of history. Somebody can check that if they want. That was what I learned. Woo, George Carlin said the only way to believe in America is to be asleep. Ain't that right, Patty? How do you say it? The only way you could believe in the American dream, they call it the American dream because the only way to believe in the American dream is if you are asleep. Absolutely 100% true. And that's why they killed that man. That man was a prophet. Venus is in retrograde too, Christine. Does that mean we all gonna die? Some zombies gonna walk? Does that mean I'm gonna get that cat with the 32 legs running around here eating Americans? That's all we need is a good tragedy, Christine. That's all we need. All we need is some cats with 22 legs running around here cutting Americans up with razor blades. That's all we need is some tabby cats. And what they say, the old saying is it takes a tragedy to bring a family together. Oh, we'd be free then. I do not comply at all. My dad, being a military dude, made me know, do not conform. When I was 19, my dad said I belong to the U.S. government. Tony, don't become the property of the U.S. government. From then on, it was learning the truth. Little did I know I was already the property of the U.S. Incorporated. Yeah, Tony. And that's the beautiful thing. You and I have a similar story when it comes to the military. I grew up in a military family, which is why I have an issue with the Pentagon big time. Not the people in it, but what is being utilized for, outsourcing bodies to foreign bankers to go rob and steal for resources. When you realize, it's like the soldiers go out and come back and fight. When you realize that none of these wars are actually about what they say they are, that you're basically creating an enemy. You're not there to kill an enemy, you're there to create an enemy. And to make the war sustainable generation after generation, you realize that you're actually a slave and property to a United States Incorporated. You're not an American citizen, you're a citizen of a corporation. When you start putting that all together, and it's just like, man, I've been cheering for Master this whole time. The whole time I've been cheering for cotton. The whole time I've been feeding into the plantation's GDP, picking cotton. And when that sinks in, Tony, like where my mind is at, I don't cuss like you, brother, because I can't. It'll sound funny. I haven't been good at cussing since I was in the 6th grade. I don't conform to nothing. I don't conform to nothing. Y'all want to get me to go left? All you got to do is say go right. Want me to go right? All you got to do is say go left. I don't conform to nothing. You want to say jump? Tell me to sit down, and I'll jump. I'm anti to everything right now, Tony. And that takes me into that space where I'm saying when you're totally educated, when you really are educated, if you truly have an education system, like you can get on social media, you ain't never gonna get in school, you ain't never gonna get in the mainstream media. You don't want to conform to nothing. You don't want to conform to nothing. You realize you're being played. You realize that they thought you was a donut and you was happy to be glazed. I forgot who said that one. Thought I was a donut and you tried to glaze me. And they glazed, and I've been glazed my whole life, Tony. I'm done being glazed. I ain't letting nobody glaze me. I don't care who you are. I don't give the Christians, the black people, the United States Incorporated citizens, the bankers, the whoever. I don't let, not even the truth community. You show up with some glaze that's sugary and you try to put it on my behind. Nope, not me. All right, but I'm with you. I'm totally with you on that. Always retrograding planets. Okay, Rebecca. I got to get my day going too, so I'm going to do the last couple comments. I'm going to get out of here. No mandatory vaccines, no, Daniel, because that's a crime. It's an international crime, and it's a crime against the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, natural law, and anybody that's still cheering that is a very special individual. Very special individual. You get on that bus that says free cure, because it says free cure, it says puppies, it says candy, it says the new normal, you're gonna have freedom and safety. Just get on the bus and let this man abuse you. We ain't never gonna see those people again. Never gonna see them people again. I agree with you, Daniel, at the principal level, right? It has nothing to do with the vaccines. It has nothing to do with the needle, ain't got nothing to do with the juice inside, ain't got nothing to do with the man behind it. It's got to do with the fact that that's abuse, right? If you're abuse anywhere, if you're against abuse, you're against abuse everywhere, right? You don't want to be abused? No means no. then you can't agree for anybody else to be abused. But people don't, they don't lean on that principle, Daniel. That's how I know most people are fake. They're just faking. They pretend that they're for freedom and justice and equality and all that bullshit that they like to throw around. Nah, if you agree with one person being violated in any way by anybody in a way they don't consent to, you're bad as the billionaires. You are definitely a sheep. Definitely deep in the spectrum. We're all sheep, but you're deep in that spectrum. If that's the case. But yeah, no mandatory anything at all, ever. Otherwise, they'll always utilize it. It'll always come back, be used against you. Good morning, Tammy and Mandy. Hey, Sandy. Susan Jewell. Ancient civilizations that built the pyramids, Machu Picchu, and Atlantis, etc. The Catholic Church banned astrology, yet people still think it has no value. Odd. It is, Susan. That's why I know there's something to it. I don't understand it. I don't understand retrograde and the Aries and the Pisces and the fish sign and Orion and all that stuff, but I know something's to it. People nowadays are crazy. People are broken nowadays. They were not broken in the past. They knew there was something to those things, and they focused on it. They trusted in it and believed it because there was something to it. There was absolutely something to it. I don't understand it. I can get my sheep in the background. Because we're all sheep. We are all sheep. I was herded this morning. They herded me. The shepherd told me I had to put on my mask. I'm pissed off about that. I'm going to be pissed about that all day. Exactly. We think we are free programming after a year or so of inner work, then that's proof that we have a ways to go. Isn't it, Jonathan? And I went that ways this morning. I'm standing in line. I'm free. For the medical. There's billionaires and trillionaires somewhere right now laughing their butt off. The Americans still think they're free. Look at like how more obvious can it be? How more obvious can it be? People ride right here with signs that say freedom and the American flag. They literally just said, listen, I bet you this was a bet. I bet you had a couple billionaires around the table. Like, you know what? I bet you we can make the Americans all put on masks with the rest of Europe and a few other nations that the Rothschilds got central banks. And we flipped them banks, we flipped their currency. I bet you know what? All right, here's the deal. If you can flip their currency at the same time that you put social networking and social engineering and the Trace app and forced vaccinations and like that, because they're going for everything. The police state. If you can get all that at the same time and make them wear masks to go to Home Depot. But no. Here's the thing. I ain't done. I'm gonna bet you a whole $1 on this one. Not only that, but you got to leave Walmart open, Target open, Home Depot, just the crony, like the businesses of our friends. They all stay open. You close everybody else's all at the same time, and they got to wear masks. I bet if you can do that, I bet you $1. This was probably all a bet. The billionaires are laughing their butt off right now. Laughing. Man, I hate that. I feel like Tony right now. I feel like I want to cuss. I feel like I need to release some of that energy. Ooh, goodness gracious. I love you too, Sister Lori. Thank you for being so loyal. Ain't nobody, you know what, very few people as Lori, Sister Lori. She always there. Always there. I love Lori. Lori out there supporting everybody. I love her to death. I don't know how she just stay in the fight. On everybody's live, sharing everything, inviting everybody, even started live streaming herself. You got the spirit of an angel in you, woman. Gerard Kenyatta Hayes, one of the great ones. No, he is not Tony. He's just somebody who's just like, you know what? We shouldn't do this no more. I don't think there are any great ones, Tony. Nobody is great. We all ish. We're all ish. We either part of the system or we want to get out the system and end it. We're all a very small part. We all play very small parts in a bigger game. The only thing is, are you playing your part or are you going along with what the television tells you to do? There's nobody that's great. It might seem like I'm doing something great, Tony, but I'm not. I appreciate it. I know you, but I'm not. This comes natural to me. It's like anybody. It's like Lori. You know, I feel like what she's doing is great, but to her, it's probably Lori just being Lori. She's just tapping into who she is. She's taking care of people as a nurse, and she's saying truthful things on the internet at the same time. I don't think anybody's great, but I think to all of us, it looks great. But you got to go with your passion and play your part. Whatever that part is, you need to play to make sure you ain't being played and glazed in the media to go off and do something for billionaires and their GDP and waste your life away doing something stupid because it's essential for their power and control because you're an essential worker, not an essential liver. Good morning, Petra. Good morning, Hillary. Boom, 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 boom. I got to get going, got to get to going. Last couple comments and I'm going to roll. Belinda, what's up? Which company did you order from? Oh, y'all talking about something else. Belinda, good morning. Melissa, good morning. Elizabeth, good morning, Anna. Can anyone see my comments or am I being banned again? Anna, I can see them, but their software has evolved. So if you ask the question, it might reveal your comments. One thing I can tell you about Anna is IT and software. They have the ability to hide it. And then if you question it, then show it. They have the ability to change your timeline based on who's seeing it. They can hide comments from certain people. So they play all these games, and they should play those games, Anna, because we consent to it. As long as we consent to the system, there ain't nothing they do that's wrong. Nothing they do that's wrong. From blowing up buildings with kids in them and babies with pacifier in his mouth to pedophilia and rape and all the dumb stuff that they do, which is stupid and ignorant. But ain't nothing stupid and more ignorant than the psychopath that's doing it, than the psychopathic people that support it and consent to it. That's the problem. And these are these energies I'm trying to get away from. Sounds like a hell of a combo. Oh yeah, it was that. When G goes off, the green leafy wagon, he's really going. Yeah, I did for it. It was one night, Jonathan. I went off and it was like, nope, they ain't doing that again. I ain't doing that again. Fire came up out of my belly and my throat, got up in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. Fire had to come out, and I tried to hold it in. All right, I'm about to get out of here. Spanish brought the horses. Yep, Patty, thank you for that. Thank you for the confirmation. Yep, that's why they just doing my job. Who's doing your job, Brenda? I've heard of a sprayer truck go by 2 times in the last couple weeks, and I'm in the middle of the farmlands. Used to spray for mosquitoes during the summer. Mistreating, that's another thing. Is nobody should be spraying nothing in the neighborhood, in the communities. Ain't nothing wrong with mosquitoes. Mosquitoes got a job to do. Their job is to go spread DNA. They're supposed to bite you and spread it. I mean, short of like something that's actually killing you, like malaria, nobody should be spraying anything in these neighborhoods. I remember when I was a kid, I used to chase that DDT truck down because I loved the sweet smell of it. The man would slow down that truck so we could breathe it as kids. Like, we couldn't wait for the mosquito truck to get there so we could breathe in that carcinogen. Let me see. Pentagon building is the center of an inverted pentagram. Yes, it is, Jonathan, which makes perfectly good sense. And the Pentagon can be free. The Pentagon can be free because it's just full of people who want to be heroes. They just want to help and free their motherland, like Brother Mark, who just sent me a message. But like Brother Mark, he went over there, served, and came back and said, how did Mark say it? I was a low-priced assassin. Something like that. Low-budget assassin, and that's what they do. We need to free the Pentagon so those people can go be heroes and actually fight for freedom and direct democracy, not for Rothschilds and Rockefellers. Good morning, Alex. It's like a warp game of Simon Says, Zion Says. That's it, Patty. It is. It's a warp game. People are being told what to do. Got to stop being told what to do. Start getting obstinate. Stop consenting to everything. The shepherd says to go this way. Don't go that way. Go the other way. No, I'm not going that way. Why? Because you told me to. I'm not going to. The whole social distancing thing, you can't really touch it too much. I just tell you, that applies as well. Don't tell me in public I got a social distance. Listen, gives me bubbles in the back of my throat when y'all tell me what to do. That's what it was, a burp I held in. Our energy social distance, but if you need some social distancing from me because your billionaires tell you, then you got to get out the aisle I'm walking in, because I really don't care nothing. I don't care nothing about what people that are robbing and killing and stealing all over the world got to tell me. I have one rule. Like George Carlin had one rule. He said he doesn't trust anything his government tells him. I got one rule. I don't trust anybody that's killing children tell me. How about that? If they're killing children, no matter who you are, I'm not going to trust anything that you got to say. Because any energy that can take the life of a child is an energy that I should do the opposite of everything you say. Good morning, Emma. I had to get a Rona test today, and I'm pissed. You should be pissed, Karen. I ain't taking that test. And if I'm going to take the test, I'm positive ahead of time. My problem, Karen, is I'm always on the wrong side of history anyway. I'm always fighting for the little guy. I'm always on the hippie side or the colonized side or whatever I am. And I'm going to be on that side too. If they're going to abuse people, they need to abuse me. Because some kid's going to show a positive for Rona and they want to do something to them. Nah, that's not the type of person I am. It's not the energy I have. You want to hurt some kids first, you need to come through me first. Anything you do to them, you need to do to me first. So I'm not interested in the whole fighting viruses and abuse people who got Rona, because that's just black codes all over again. That's all they're doing. This is why I told y'all, people turn you in. The problem ain't people, the problem is sellouts. And most groups have psychopathic sellout people, and they turn on everybody. It's just the black codes all over again. But when y'all come for everybody else, the women too, you got to come for me too. That's how it works. You got to come for me too. All right. They say your destiny is to be a meme lord. His destiny absolutely is to be a meme lord. We're talking about Beaufort, Susan. Okay, I'm glad. Ooh, Jeannie in the house. Okay, I'm glad to pull over. Lots of laughter. Don't pull over now, Jeannie. I'm about to leave. Let me see. I keep hearing the goat and sheep sound. It reminded me of the mass fire prevention goats got free and started ramming the suburban neighborhoods, eating all of their lands. What? I didn't hear about this at Landscaping Flowers and Plants. You have no idea how much I enjoyed that footage. I got an idea, Gene. You know how much I'd enjoy the footage of America being on fire, and Britain and Canada, Australia, and the goats and the sheep realize that they're free to human beings, and they just start planting cannabis everywhere. And I guess smoking their cocaines and tweeds and living like they're free and growing food and harvesting water and doing anything they want. I had these billionaires that claim they can't do that, putting up buildings or just violating every building structure and code. That's what I want to see. I want to see the people of the world population to do the exact same thing that you just said the goats did, which is act like they are what they are, instead of what they're indoctrinated and raised to be. Anyway, I had to get going. I didn't see anything from Sandy Season today. Thank you, Gerard, and everybody. Y'all have a good day. I had to get going. I got gardening to do. Please, people, last comment of the day. We are all sheep. All right, we're all sheep. Don't brag about what spectrum you're in. It's an interesting term, but we're all being herded. That truck, you see that new normal truck, do not get in that truck. Do not get in that van. You get in that van, ain't nobody ever gonna see you again. All right, this is Gerard. I'm out of here. Love y'all to death. Y'all have a wonderful, phenomenal day. Thank you for letting me rant and get out of my emotional space of having to wear a daggone mask in public.
Do you want a free